And we're live. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Meredith. Meredith, yeah, I am so glad I am home today. Good morning, Paula. Oh, it's spring break. Awesome. Yeah, I have spring break too, indefinitely. Yeah. So today is March 16th, and our school said that we are going to take a week off. We had a week off a few weeks ago. I had a week off for winter break. And then we were supposed to get another week off in April, and we were going to go to the Ark Encounter, but life is pretty much on hold right now. Yeah. All the state closed all the schools for 2 weeks. Hello, Evelyn. Hello, Casey. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. So I'm coming on here today, and my school basically closed for for the next 2 weeks. Then our whole entire state. Hello, Tiffany. Thank you for coming. Our whole entire state of New Hampshire. New Hampshire is right here, has closed. Like, our school said 2 weeks and our governor said 3 weeks. And I had a hard time sleeping last night because of course, it's frenzy night. So I was wondering how my frenzy would go. I opened up Monday for 6 short notices. I only got 2 booked. One was a trial, and one was a really adorable kid that I'm really glad I got to teach today. It just really brightened up my day. Yeah, and how awesome is it that we have VIP Kid YouTuber friends to watch while we do housework? Yes. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll have to get my earbuds out so I can do that, because after this I will be doing housework, and I have a pretty good sized yard that gets neglected, so I will be working on that. Yeah, I couldn't sleep, and it's hard to not worry. And then I saw an article that all of Canada is shut down for like 3 months, or the schools are shut down for 3 months. So that got me a little nervous. And I also have 2 boys that are still trying to make their way home. I have one daughter who's in Georgia who works for the medical, at the hospital. I just dropped everything off my desk. Oh boy, yeah. My desk is a mess too, and I've been trying to declutter. So I just have a few things to say during this time. This is a normal day for VIP Kid Teachers, right? Like, life goes on, and it's just great. We still have the internet, and so that's probably one of the big things that I want to make sure that I pay for during this time of maybe lacking funds. Psalm 57 says, and this is my prayer and this is my theme verse for this time: Be merciful unto me, O God, be merciful unto me, for my soul trusteth in thee. Yea, in the shadow of thy wings will I make my refuge until these calamities be overpassed. So that's my theme verse for this time. And I just want to ask God to have mercy upon us and upon, all of us going through this time. On Facebook, I did ask people. If you're a friend of mine on Facebook, I did put a note out that that I'm going to make it a matter of prayer I'm going to be praying. I'm not going to just take this time to just, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do the other thing. I didn't have a class just right before this, and I sat my boys down and I told them, um, the reference is Psalm 57. I told my boys that in history, down through history, young men were called into battle. Like, people might knock on your door and say, "We need your son for the battle." And people their age would have to go to war. And I told them that this time, and I'm serious, I'm not saying this just for YouTube, this is real. This is a spiritual battle. This is within God's control of what he can do to help us. And so many people will say, "God bless America." Well, right now, America is shut down pretty much, and we need to pray. So everyone who is healthy, everyone who is able needs to find the truth. Find the truth. Now, I could not say this to my Chinese friends. I couldn't say this to in a video and send it off to China, but I can say this to my American friends, to my Christian friends, to my non-Christian friends. This is the time we need God. God knows. I was talking to my husband last night and I said, um, I can say, oh, the germ isn't going to touch me. I'll be fine. Well, in my lifetime, I've had lice 3 times. And that is when we homeschooled. We basically social distanced, but we had contact with people that had lice 3 different times. And one of those times we had it off and on for almost a year because we could not get rid of it. I mean, my youngest daughter, she had, and I cut her hair and everything, and we would just cry about it. And it was terrible. And so I can say, oh, it's not going to affect me. I'll be fine. If I can get lice 3 times, I am not immune to getting this. And if I do get it, there's nothing saying that I'm not going to get it bad like some people. So I told my boys, I said, right now we are good. Like we are healthy, we are safe, we have a little bit of food, we have toilet paper, um, we have one another. We're not lonely, we're not stuck in a place by ourselves. We have a family, we have God, we know the Bible. This is our time. This is our time to give back to our country, to our people by praying. And that is no small thing. Okay. And I just want to encourage you guys to do the same thing. And I told my boys, they are young, they're not going to want to pray for hours and hours like I might want to, but I said, you need to make this a burden of your heart and you need to want to pray yourself. Oh, good. You need to want to pray yourself, not just pray because I tell you to pray, but we're going to do it. We're going to pray 3 times per day. And hello, Danny. And we are going to ask God to help us. And my husband is at work. He's a driver. So suddenly I love his job. I have complained about this job for 20 years. And now I'm thankful that I can feel okay about him driving alone in a truck. And he has stops to make. So I said, make sure that you wipe off everything when you have to fill up your tank. Make sure you wipe off everything. Don't go near people, that kind of thing. And he delivers oil. So hopefully people will keep needing the oil that he is delivering. But as much as we are okay, we need to continue to pray for others and pray for this whole situation. And God can use these circumstances to teach our children about faith. That's right. And we need to seize the moment, really. And not to, especially, if your kids are little, it's a little different because you don't want them to be scared. Your job for them is to protect them, you pray with them, and just be happy and just give them a good, happy life. But my youngest is 12. I have 3 boys, 15, 14, and 12. And they're old enough to know, yes, we can be good. We can play board games, have good time as a family. We're going to plant some seeds. We're going to get our garden started. But we're also going to pray, and we're also going to be aware that this is a spiritual battle that we're fighting in our country. And our president, good or bad, he has asked us to pray because our president doesn't know everything. He can't fix everything. I saw a post from a fellow VIPKID teacher that was saying, this is doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. And the people in leadership are doing this, that, and the other thing. I'm just thinking right now that our people in leadership are scared too. They know they're responsible for us. And I really don't think that they're trying to hurt us. They're trying to watch out for us the best they can. And they can't do everything. We need God. We need to pray, and we need to, band together. We need to support the leadership, whether we disagree with them in some areas or not. They are our leaders, and it's not going to change anytime soon. So we need to support them and to pray for them and care for them the best way we can. And any type of leadership, right down into leadership in your community and things like that. So I have a few pointers for this time that I wanted to share with you. And the first one is stay calm. Okay. So whatever we do, take a breath, stay calm. Hello, Janie. And number two, I'm going to say count your blessings. Okay. It's hard to, realize what's going on and to, you know, just focus on the tragedies and focus on the difficulties. And some people say, get away from social media, get away from the news. And I think that that's important. I don't watch the news at all, really. I just get news from Facebook and from YouTube videos, and I can only take it in small doses or I'm going to be go drive myself crazy, right? I mean, no matter what's going on in the world, I can't change it. I can't fix it. So I can be aware and then step back and just stay in my own little world and count my blessings. So number two, count your blessings. Okay. And of course, get into your Bible, which I mentioned before. Your Bible is a great comfort in anytime. Okay. There are people in the Bible that have gone through hard times. There are many stories of how God saved people from trouble, and God can do that for us too. So read your Bible. There are Bibles everywhere. If you don't have one, you can go get one at the dollar store. And, the only problem with the dollar store Bibles is they're little small print. You can also get one right on your computer. You can also listen to it by audio. So, and I would suggest that you go to the Psalms. And today I read Psalm 57, where the Psalm of David, and he many times he had to ask for God's mercy and help in time of need. So free Bible app on your phone. Yes, I have, I think there's a Gateway Bible. I also have a U Bible. I like to read the King James Version. That's my preference. I've read it all of my life, and I'm not planning on changing. So that's the Bible that they have at the dollar store also, is the King James Version, and it's only $1. You can get the entire Bible, or you can even get it free on your computer. The other thing is sing good songs that will encourage you. There are many good, there's so much music out there, but look for songs that are spiritual songs that are going to encourage you and help you and lift your spirits and make you think of good things. And then a practical one is to make a list, pray during this time. And I'm going to make a point to pray 3 times a day. And I'm hoping that the burden of prayer will take hold in the hearts of my kids, because they're older and they know what's going on. And I'm just praying that God would burden them to pray more, and we will pray together and pray throughout the day. And also make a list of things that you want to do around your house. Because sometimes, I don't know about you, but when things are going on, whenever I've homeschooled before, and that was one of the hard things, was that I get going on one thing, and then something would happen. I get distracted and I forget what I was doing, and I go from one thing to the other. And then I forget all the different things that I wanted to do, because there's so much to think about and talk about. So my thing is to go ahead and make a list of all the things that you want to do in your free time. And for me, I will make a list of practical things that I need to do, like yard work or clean this or clean that, organize this or organize that. but also make a list of things you can do with your kids that are fun, that are things that you said, if the weather gets good, I'm going to do this. Or when, instead of sitting around and, thinking about doomsday, because it's not, we can do this. The good thing that we have going for us right now as VIP Kid Teachers is that we know, we have seen China go through this. We have seen our students weather this storm, and they are now coming out on the other side. So it's not doomsday, we will get through this. God will help us, and he is with us, and he is going to show us things that we have never seen before. How many of you saw the video of the Italians that were singing in their apartments? Did you guys see that? My level 5 student told me she will return to school March 30th. Cool. I'm going to teach Esther to read and teach Joshy to use the potty. That's a good idea. Hey, Candy! I went to IKEA. It was empty. I bought a drill and a bunch of furniture, and I'm redoing my house, putting together furniture. Good for you. So, yes, so you saw the Italians singing, and God's going to show us things during this time, that are different than what we would have experienced otherwise. And hello, Cindy. Thank you for coming. Yeah. So I'm just sharing a few things and tips to do during this time of, what do we call it? Social distancing. Fortunately for me, I do live in a rural area, so I can go out for a walk, and I have space. I have a pretty good yard, so that's pretty good. And so far, nobody in my family is sick. I did see on Facebook, and I couldn't find it right away right now. I'll have to look for it again. But did you guys see the app where you can track the virus, and you can see on the app how close the nearest case is to you? That's pretty. I didn't really want to click on it. It said put in your address. I didn't even want to do that because I was just a little weirded out. But it did say that the closest one to us was 10 miles. So that's pretty close. Yeah. My daughter lives in Massachusetts. I don't know the name of it. It was just somebody, I think it was, I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure. I was thinking it was that guy, All Things China, that put it up. I'll have to do some investigating on that one. Oh. My daughter, she had to check on her kids their first day of quarantining, and they slept in. So she's happy. I will have to get that. I'm not sure, but it was on Facebook, and I clicked on it like 3 a.m. I have no idea. But it was, you click on it, and then it will tell you it gives you a picture of the United States map, and then you click on it. Check out my daughter's song, We Need to Stay Positive. Good, Luann. Yeah. Why don't you put a link? Does she have it on a YouTube video? Put the link on, or after the video, you can put the link underneath this video. VIPKID Teacher Casey, did your daughter come? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think her daughter came to visit. Yeah. She mentioned that she was visiting with her daughter. Okay, so yeah, so I wanted to mention those things, what to do. Number 1, stay calm, count your blessings, read your Bible and pray, sing and pray, make lists. Because when things like this are going on, my mind just goes swimming with all the stuff going on, and I forget what I'm doing at the moment, what I was planning on doing, what I can do. Like for my kids, I think going on a hike would be cool. Doing some yard work. I told Danny I'm going to plant some seeds, lists. And so I'm just suggesting that to make a list. The other tip I have for this time is, and if I can find it, oh, shoot. I don't know what I did with it now. Oh, here it is. Okay, so many of you, I mentioned the Great Depression cooking, and one of the things that I used to do a lot of that I haven't done as much since I've been so busy was make my own bread. So today I actually have 3 bread machines, and I'm going to pull out, I think I'll pull out 2 of them and make 2 loaves of bread. Plus we're going to make some banana bread because I have bananas that need to be used up. And so one of the things that was mentioned in some of the reading that I did was that you should buy simple things like flour, sugar, things like that, because you can make bread very easily from flour. And of course, you guys have YouTube. You can go on YouTube and find out. But this is a recipe that I have for basic white bread. And I don't know if you can see it. You could, like, after the video, like, click on it and get the recipe. But what you do is you can put 1/2 cup low-fat milk, any type of milk, 3 tablespoons sugar, 2 teaspoons salt, 3 tablespoons butter or margarine, 2 packages active dry yeast, 1 1/2 cup warm water, 5 to 6 cups all-purpose flour. That's for a 2-pound loaf in a large bread machine. So you can throw all that into your bread machine, turn it on, you've got bread in about 3 hours. Or you can go ahead and make it yourself on, just doing your own thing. Another good recipe is, if you don't have yeast, is to use flour. But I'm going to talk to my husband about getting some more yeast, because usually I get yeast at like BJ's and it's in the large container, and that will last me a really long time. If you buy yeast at, like, I bought some at Aldi's, I think it's like $1 for a packet of 3, which that can get kind of expensive if you make bread a lot. But if you use all of these ingredients, let's see, 5 to 6 cups of flour for 2 loaves. I don't know the exact amount of money, but I'm thinking $1 for the yeast, maybe almost $2. Really? I think the yeast is probably the most expensive thing. So if you get yeast from BJ's in the large package, then you will save even more money, and it would cost you less than, excuse me, less than that. Okay, maybe like $1 or something to make a 2-pound loaf. So since I have a big family, that is not a lot. But if you have only a few people, that's a good amount. Yes, and I have a good recipe for pizza dough. Also, that's another thing. And with the bread machine, do any of you have a bread machine? Because a lot of times people have bread machines and they never use them. But during this time, that would be a really good thing to have, because you can make your own bread and save money. Because bread right now is going for $2, sometimes $4. Yeah. Share your pizza dough recipe. I have a pizza dough recipe. I don't have it with me at the moment. I do have a video that it shares my banana bread recipe. I have a video of banana bread on YouTube, and I have a really good recipe for that. And yeah. My husband always makes our own dough for pizza. And you can do that in the bread machine too. You can just throw it all into, oh, YouTube. Okay. Okay. So you can throw all the ingredients into your bread machine, and you can press dough, and then you just wait. I think it's like an hour for pizza dough. So that's really cool too. Now, I've taught home ec, and like 5 years ago when I first started, the whole semester I did all things you can make with flour. And at the time, it seemed like it was a bad idea, but all of those girls learned how to make dough from scratch. Had a whole notebook, which I think is at the school right now, which I'll have to remember to bring it home, but had a whole notebook with all of the recipes, but it was everything you can make from flour. So like pancakes, you can make just from flour. You don't need pancake mix. I like just the add water stuff, but if you have flour, you can make your own pancakes. baking powder biscuits, muffins. There's a really good muffin, like old fashioned muffin, that you just basically do flour and vegetable oil and a few other ingredients, and you've got muffins. And maybe I'll make some videos with some of those recipes in there. And that would be helpful if you just get a whole bunch of flour. Flour, you'll need eggs. I picked up some dry milk because if you can't get to the store, you run out of milk, you can always mix it up and you can use that for a lot of these recipes. Butter, margarine, vegetable oil, those are the kind of staples that you might need if you're home for a long period of time and you're just trying to figure out what we can have. And I told my kids, I said, I stocked up on rice, canned beans, macaroni, things I could put in the pantry that would be, stay good for a long time, and flour and sugar and stuff like that, so I can make things and that it's not going to cost a lot of money. Yeah. So, I got a lot of nuts. Yes, I got like lots of bags of trail mix that I like from Aldi's, and I really wish, like I was kind of trying to go easy on it, thinking we're still going to be able to go to the store. Like we're gonna, I don't know, I don't think they're gonna come. Even in China, like if somebody had to go out, they let them go out for some supplies. So I tried to make it like, we're not like locked in for an indefinite period of time, but I did get some of that stuff. I stocked up on frozen dinners. Oh, okay. That way, less dishes, no cleaning up the kitchen. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to survive with, I have 4 kids at home right now, plus my husband. That would be expensive for us, but yeah, that will work. I want to grow some vegetables. I am really happy to report, okay, at this time, I am reporting a really great event that happened. Well, I've been doing the step bet um, from January, February, and now we're into March. So I did the step bet and I've been faithful to it. I made my goals in January, made my goals in February, and so far so good in March. And my husband ended up, my husband ended up, he met this guy at his work when he was delivering his oil, and he lost 70 pounds. And so my husband was like, "How did you lose all this weight? You look like a different person." And he told my husband about the Noom app, Noom. I've seen it advertised on Facebook. And you have to type in all the food that you eat, and then it will tell you what you can eat, that day and everything. And then you also type in your exercise and it will tell you how much calories you burned and all that stuff. And so I don't know. I don't understand it all, but I'm like, I don't want the Noom app personally, but I have been doing the walking. So he decided on Saturday he was going to go to the gym. And I went to the gym a few days before. I'm like, I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable going to the gym right now with all this going on. So we went on a walk in the neighborhood. So he walked with me on, was it Friday and Saturday, or Saturday and Sunday? Anyway, we took walks. So that's good in a lot of ways. It helps you to connect as a couple. It also helps you to feel better that you're breathing and you're taking care of yourself. And it was just a really good thing. But it was his idea. So that's what needs to happen, is that it would be his idea. It's what he wants to do. And because I was already doing it, it just came together. So that's a really good thing. So I told my boys, I said, we need to pray for him because he's out, and we need to pray for his safety. And I'm thankful that he's starting to eat better, and he's getting, he already lost 4 pounds. I mean, guys do that. They can lose weight like so easily if they just try. So I was like, I'm still working on the same 10 that I gained and lost and gained and lost in the last few months. So yeah, but that's okay. I mean, he definitely is doing well. So that's a blessing. I wish my husband would get healthy. I don't even drink water very often. He doesn't drink water. Wow, that's too bad. Yeah. And it has to be their idea. I don't care how he looks. I just want him to live long. Yes, that's exactly right. It's not really, I don't know. It's not that way for me either as far as looks. It's just, you need to be healthy. And that's the one thing he was realizing, and I was getting frustrated because um he was coming home from work and he was just so tired, which he just at work he gets way over 10,000 steps because he delivers oil, but he has to go in and out of the truck and everything. So he comes home, he's over 10,000 steps. But he's exhausted. He doesn't feel like he can do anything else, and his evening is pretty much shot. He was not eating well. So he finally figured it out on his own, and he's definitely been more, better able to handle things after trying to get healthy. And he's had a little hard time detoxing from sugar, that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm not very good with the water either. But Casey, if we are quarantined for a long time, I hope I don't have to make them dinner. Oh, yeah, there is a cup someone invented that tricks your brain so you think you are drinking juice, but it's just water for people who have a hard time drinking water. Oh, that's interesting. Try flavored water. You can get flavored water delivered free. Oh, cool. I like water, so I don't have a problem with that. But my problem is thinking of it, because especially when I'm home, I just get going and I'm working, 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 and I'm not as much on a schedule. When I'm at school, we have a schedule. We watch the clock, and every afternoon at a certain time, it's lunch. And, so it's easier for me to have a cup there and to keep drinking. But when I'm home, I get so busy that I forget to even think about I might need to eat or drink something. So, water should be half of your body weight. That will hydrate your body and help flush things like viruses that need to exit. Yes. I like LaCroix and club soda. In Germany, we called it water with Yeah, my daughter loves seltzer water, and it's so funny. I never drank that stuff at all, but she and her husband love it, and her kids love it. It's so funny. They just all love it. It's like their thing. So, yeah, so water's good, and I have my coffee. I would totally recommend that you would get something that doesn't spill. Casey told me that she used her iPad today, and it was an emergency. So, and I told her that I had a dream. I had a hard time sleeping last night. I was in and out of sleep. And at one point I woke up and I dreamed that my computer was like smoking, because I'm thinking about trying to upgrade my computer and everything. And oh yeah, thank you, Danny. Thumbs up. Thinking about upgrading my computer situation. I was checking into building my own computer because I want everything better, but I want it for a less price. And I'm thinking of doing a desktop. And I really would like Apple, but they're so expensive. It's just seems to be just unreasonable for me, even more so now. So I was looking at the gaming computers and how to build one and how much would it cost and all that stuff. And so last night I dreamed that this little computer, it's pretty small and fragile kind of, but it's working fine. But I dreamed that it was like smoking and falling apart, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? I have classes, and I don't remember in the video in the dream me thinking, grab the iPad, you'll be fine. Maybe I should do a commercial about that. That is a great idea for a video, isn't it? Thank you guys for helping me think of that. That's a great idea for a video. Coming soon. I don't know how I could fake. I have an older computer. I could fake it falling apart, but that's at the school right now, so I can't make that video right now, but I'll have to be thinking about that. Cindy, try bullet journaling. You can set up habit trackers, make 8 glasses per day. Your goal, reward yourself. If you drink 8 glasses for 2 weeks, you buy something you really want off your Amazon wish list. Wow, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'm not used to rewarding myself. I'm just like, yeah, that's why my husband with the new map, he's like, I got a thumbs up. I'm like, see? Thumbs up, apples. It just makes your life just worth it, doesn't it? Wonder if bookings will be harder to get with more B&M staying home. I was wondering that too, and then people are trying to recruit, and at some point they're going to be going back to school. So I'm like, I hope that bookings don't drop for us. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm probably taking bookings from somebody. But I've been doing a lot of trials lately. Today I opened 6 short notice and I only got 2 filled. As today was supposed to be my trip day. I was supposed to be coming back from Atlanta, and I am so thankful that I did not take that trip. So for tomorrow, I have 4 classes, but I'm not concerned, but I will accept priority bookings instead of going all short notice. Yeah, that's what I would do. That's what I was doing before. I was taking priority bookings and then just filling in with short notice, and that was working pretty well. But like today, I had 6 open short notices and only 2 booked. One was a trial, and I couldn't hear the student at all. I I did the class because they could hear me, and so I was doing the class, and I was just watching the kid like, apple. So I did the slides right along because I've done it enough times. I know what to do. And the mom sat the kid in front of it, and the kid was watching, and their IT situation was pretty bad. And so then the fireman canceled the class. I was like, just let me do the 25 minutes, you know? So I don't know. They're probably only going to pay me half for that. But I wasn't sure if they pay half if the student does show up, but they have IT issues. Maybe they'll pay me the whole thing. I love that, Candy. Thank you. I bought a gaming laptop, HP Pavilion gaming laptop, 15.6-inch, Intel 8. That's what I want. How much was it? That's what I need to know. And I've been looking at those and wondering just buy the whole thing, and I want the bigger screen, 15.6-inch sounds good. Yeah, so that's a laptop, HP Pavilion gaming laptop. Okay. Cuz I was looking at some of those laptops. They were like 800 to 1,000. I just taught a student with a severe stutter. What was the kid's name? It's 700 on Amazon. Okay. Student, it is 50% on trials. Oh, student IT is 50. Okay. I wasn't sure. Okay. It is 700 on Amazon. I'm not going to really spend 700 right now, but if I can do extra classes and maybe build up a little bit of money, because I don't want to spend money right now if I need it for like food or something. Oh, Amazon credit card. Okay. Yeah. David. Okay. Because I have a boy that I teach that has stuttering issues, and his name is Henry. But the last time I taught him, he did really well and he didn't stutter. And his mother sent me a note and she said when he speaks Chinese, he doesn't stutter at all. It's just when he's nervous, maybe when he does the classes. And I was doing him regularly, but I haven't seen him in a little while. Um, so hopefully I'll see him coming along. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me. This was with iTutor Group. Oh, didn't book me. Wow. Mondays I find are hard to book. Like if you don't get booked in the frenzy, I don't usually get too many bookings on Mondays without them having been frenzy bookings. 13 watching, 9 thumbs up. Let's get that evened out, y'all. Oh, guys, I am so excited. I got this in the mail. Yeah. You got 0 in frenzy, Kim? Yikes. I got this from Teacher Danny. Thank you so much. I love it. Hawaii is one place I've always wanted to go, but I don't see myself going there anytime soon. I'm thankful I got to go to Jamaica. That was a trip of a lifetime, and that was totally God giving me that blessing. I don't see myself doing that either. At our school we go to, they do a trip, and they used to go like far away. They went to Iceland one year, and they've gone to faraway places. And so last year we were going to go to maybe Norway is what the kids wanted to do, but we ended up doing Jamaica because Norway was just way too expensive. And so, but then after that, our the guy in charge of the school, he's like, we're not going to go overseas. It's just too complicated. And so we were going to go to, I think next year they were talking about maybe going to Arizona to the Indian reservation thing. So, oh, you will someday if you want to. Oh, that's awesome. Danny, thanks for my beautiful postcard. Oh, awesome. Oh, Kelly, yours is coming. Evelyn, I think he was a stutter in Chinese too. Mom got mad when he got stuck on yes today. Oh, yeah. I always have a hard time when the parents get upset about it because they're kids, they're learning a second language. So give them some leeway, to learn. So, yeah. So let's see what else we were talking about. Yeah. Um, I love you, Teacher Kelly. Now I feel guilty. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to show that. And, uh, you know, I think yours is coming, Kelly. Yeah, it was a great idea. And I thought, Danny, I need to do that too. Like, I want to be more, more of a blessing like that because, just a little card just really makes somebody's day. So that is definitely on my list of things to do, to make cards. I'm also, hey, it's your name isn't it Casey too? ESL with Gypsy Soul. Hello. No problem. I am making these name tags, and thank you, Evelyn, for referring me to someone. I made a shirt for one of your friends that you gave referenced my name. This is one of the first ones I've made on my Cricut, and I've tried to make them different designs, make them smaller, but I think this is still my favorite one because it shows up really well and it looks good on camera. So but I let this other person, like I sent her back and forth the design. We're not supposed to do logos of VIP Kid. And I figured this one also works for other companies if you work for another company. Hello. Yeah, it's the kids. Yeah. And they definitely need to be put to work. There's no way they're going to be sitting around fighting for the next duration, right? Things are going to change. Yeah. So, yeah, so if you guys have any prayer requests, I did mention earlier that if you have any prayer requests, please send me prayer requests. I have a list that I am compiling, and I will be praying. That is going to be my priority for this time that we have. Okay. I will be trying to do some schoolwork. I'm going to be writing goals for my kids, things to do, making a schedule. I will be upping my VIP Kid World. Yes, Kelly, I got your message. Thank you. And I will be writing those prayer requests down so that I can share them with my kids and we can also pray for those together. And I have other prayer requests of people like church people, friends. And I will be praying for those because I feel like this is, we have to really pull together and we need to understand that this is a unique time for our country and we need to not just hang out. You know, our medical personnel are going to be working overtime. Our maybe even our policemen and firemen and first responders, they're all going to be working overtime. And I saw this with the kids in China, that there were a few videos that I saw where the nurses were crying because they were so overtaxed and everybody else was hanging out playing games. You know, it's like two extremes. Like some people are bored and some people are overworked. And I'm hoping in America that if our medical personnel gets overtaxed, that they will start letting other people help, you know, and even if they don't have a degree, you can help do something, you know, because if it gets to that, Americans, I think, pull together. I was talking to my mom about this yesterday. I'm like, remember Clara Barton? You know, she didn't have a medical degree, but she wanted to help people. And there's going to be people like that that want to pitch in. And I hope that we pull together as a country. The National Guard, right? We do have the National Guard and we do have, yes, pray for them, right? And pray for our military that are all over the world. Like, I can't imagine if my husband was overseas and all of this was going on. And what if he catches it and he's, you know, I mean, anything can happen anyway, but we need to pray for these people all over the world. And I will put that on my list too. I don't think I prayed for the military today. The military, the people, first responders. My husband might get quarantined in the hotel and not allowed. Oh, wow. Wow, Kim. Wow. So Evelyn, my friend is stuck at her nursing home job because they are on lockdown. Her 4 children are with her parents. Wow. Yeah. So nursing homes, right? Absolutely. What an interesting time for all of us and the world. He isn't sick. The company just might make him stay in the hotel. Wow. Yeah, and pray for our college students. Like all of the college students had to leave home and they're supposed to do classes online and they're not used to not having a schedule and they're going to have to be among people and trying to do their college work and finish their year. Plus my kids had jobs, so they were working there and paying for it while they were there. So now their whole life has changed and they're going to have to get a job, but what if they can't find a job? My one boy, he does landscaping. I think landscaping would be kind of a safe job because you're not around people. Yeah. I'm praying for everyone and hoping for lots of strength and help to get through this. Thank you. And that's the thing. At the beginning of this video, I mentioned that I'm going to be praying and using this time as a praying time and a strengthening time. And I remember one of my Chinese students, he's level 7, and he said that his teacher told him that after this time of quarantine, when we meet again, we're going to see those who were disciplined, did their work, and were careful about it. They're going to be ahead. And then the people that didn't use their time wisely and didn't do their work and they were lazy, there's going to be a big gap. And so we need to keep that in mind, because that's spiritually too. We're spiritually too, that if we can use this time to strengthen ourselves and to do what's right with God. And if you don't know the Lord, find him. Now's the time. And find the Lord and find him and find his strength. And then strengthen your spiritual walk, because that will make a difference. And when this is over, you will be a better person for it. Don't just sit around and let the days go by without growing and becoming something better than you are right now. Landscape companies are staying open. I would know. Oh, good, Kelly. Yeah. So, we were very lucky that my college-age son was able to transfer his job to our hometown. Oh, that's good. Yeah, my boys are really disappointed, but I don't think they understand one of them is still at the college doing some work, which I feel safe for him being there, but I'm really worried about his travel home, which he says will be the end of the week. So I would appreciate your prayers for them, for my boys, and for my daughter who lives in Atlanta and she's working at a hospital. She's not a nurse and she doesn't get paid that much money really, but obviously she needs a job, but it's not like she's getting paid buckets of money and she's in the health field. She gets paid, very low price, but she needs to work, she does have bills to pay. She lives on her own. She's planning a wedding in August. So we're praying that all of this would be gone by then. And so just pray for all of us to get through all of this and to make it a matter of prayer. So I would encourage everyone who watches this video to make a list of prayers that you can pray specifically for, and check up on people, ask how they're doing, and just make it known that you're praying for them. And I will mention it. I just figured this is my time to strengthen myself in prayer and to encourage others to pray, because I think that's the most important thing that we can do for ourselves and for others. Definitely sending positive thoughts their way. Okay. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. And I appreciate all of your support for me. And even on YouTube, the thing is, I want to do VIPKID teaching videos, but I feel like so many videos have already been done. Like, everybody has such great ideas on how to teach, like doing the first classes if you have a referral and all that stuff. So I'm trying to think of unique other things that I can do that can help people, that might be something interesting for them, to get them to think, to make them a better person, and improve them as a whole person as well. So I'm not just sticking straight to VIPKID how-to videos, but I also do have the iPad videos. And so I want to make sure that, oh yes, Casey, we have a collaboration today at 4:30 Eastern Time, 3:30 Central Time this afternoon. So a few of us teachers are going to collaborate on level 5. So that's a really interesting level, and lots of things we can talk about with that. So those of you who are collaborating, make sure you study up like me. And then others of you, if you can come and watch, and you can watch in the chat box, and then you can type questions in the chat box also. I will be there. I might need a nap. Yeah. So thank you so much. So on my channel, I do a lot of videos about the iPad. And so I want you to mention that there is a new app for the iPad. So if you have not updated your app, I just read today that one of the people in my iPad group didn't they just opened their iPad today and it updated automatically. So some people are like, I don't want to update my app, but it might update automatically. So be aware of that. And in order to um, teach from the app, I'm just going to do a quick video here because I videoed this earlier today. So this is the app, and you are going to click on the HD app, and you're going to open it. You can have the portal there. And then you can press the done button, and then you get a list of classes. Now this class is red, but it's over 30 minutes. So you cannot open the class unless it's 30 minutes or less. But once it's less than 30 minutes, you just press on the class, it will be red, and then you can get into class. So I really need to make an updated video for iPad users, but there's the portal. And I taught that class today, and everything went fine. So please keep in mind that the iPad app is the HD app. Now, also, people are saying, how do I do feedback on the iPad? Well, here, I will get my iPad out. You have two apps available for you for the iPad. You have the HD app, which has a white corner. You have the all orange app. So you cannot, from what I can see, you can't do the feedback on the HD app, but you can do it on the other app. So you just go to the other app, which looks just like your phone, and then you go to your class. Okay, so today these were my classes, and this is the one I did, and you do your feedback on that. Okay, let's see. All bookings. Okay, so so here I have, okay, no, sorry. I can't do, it was a unit assessment. I can't do unit assessments on that app. So that one, I think I do have to go back to. I do have to go back to the portal. So I can't do feedback here, but I can do feedback here because this is the portal. Okay, so I go back to the portal and I click on the one that's missing, and then I click on UA, and then I get my UA. Okay, so then I fill it out on that. So that's how I do the feedback on the iPad. So I go to the home button, you get the portal, and I think what happens is you cannot do feedback till 30 minutes after your class. So that's kind of difficult, but that's the way it is. Yeah. So make sure yours is ready to go. Even if you have it as a backup, make sure it's ready to go. And so you'll be able to use it if you need it. So you can also do feedback on your phone if it's not a UA. UAs have to be done through the portal. But if you have your phone, I have a UA, so I can't do it on my phone. But you can also do feedback on your phone. You can also do talk on your phone, which is kind of cool. I'm so glad you're talking about this. I have an appointment today and was planning on doing it on the app. Oh, yeah. You can. You just have to go through the portal. Yeah. So I have done a lot of feedback. Usually what I did before was I would do all my classes on the app. Then I would go to the browser and then I would access the portal on the browser. And then I have a wireless keyboard that I use for feedback, and it works really well. But you can also do talk to text on your phone. I've done that traveling also. You can do talk to text on your phone. You can do feedback on your phone pretty easily. You just have to go back when you do it on your phone. Yeah, on the iPad. Okay. Yeah, you can do it on your iPad. You just have to wait 30 minutes. And if you want to do it on your phone, you talk to your phone and then you just advance it. So I will do that, and I make it a little shorter than normal if I have to. It wouldn't be my everyday way to do it, but sometimes you have to do it a little faster. And sometimes you're in a hurry, you don't have as much time as other times, and you just need to get it done. So I will do that with my phone. And yeah, so that's what I do. So anyway, thank you so much, you guys, for watching, and I will keep you guys in prayer. And I just feel like this is normal day, and now I'm realizing this is not a normal day. Hello, Laura. You're just getting here. I was ready to sign off. How are you doing? How are things where you are? We have school shut down for 3 weeks. And so I'm planning on making lists and getting things done. I want to plant my seeds. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put my plantings, because this is the room where I could put things up, plantings, but I need to keep the curtains closed for my lessons. So I don't know how that's going to work, because they need sun, right? If you plant seeds, you need sun for them to grow. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. I have to figure it out. I'm not in Texas right now. I'm in Florida. Okay. Thanks for reminding me to pack my wireless keyboard. Awesome. Wow. I'm so glad I'm helping you out, Kelly. Yeah, I love using my wireless keyboard with my iPad, because I like it because, like, even with the laptop, you're connected to it. I like being able to put my iPad up and put my laptop, like, maybe even or my keyboard on my, like, lap or something, and it's easier to type. We did not know when we would return. Wow. Are you staying with family, Laura? Wow. That's why, I was going to go to Atlanta, and I canceled my ticket, and I couldn't get through to American to get my ticket refunded or anything, and today's my Delta ticket, and I was planning on getting my Delta ticket changed, but I can't figure it out, and everything is so, like, everybody's like lining up. Laura, let me know if you still want to meet. Oh, okay. Yeah. And so I don't know if I'm going to get my money back from that ticket either, but it's okay, because I'll just teach a few extra hours. I think I figured out I lost about $300. So that would be about 30 classes that I have to make up. But by staying home, I actually save some money, but I also don't get paid the money I would at the school. So, kind of all evens out. But I'm not sick right now, so that's good. I'm doing okay. I have food to eat. So the things that I talked about at the beginning of this live, and they just got erased. Stay calm, count your blessings, read your Bible, sing and pray, make lists. That was my message for today. Laura, okay, I've got to go, but thank you so much. It was nice getting to be here with. Yes, and Casey, ESL with Gypsy Soul. We're gonna talk about when we're going to do an interview too. So I have some interviews lined up. I have interview with Laura lined up for next week, and a couple other interviews as well. And we have some things in the works to do. And don't forget the collaboration this afternoon at 3:30 Central, 4:30 Eastern, and I will be there. And I will see you guys around. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support, and stay strong and have a great day. Love you guys.